by GhostBed.com. Welcome to the Monday morning recap show. Just about 5 o'clock on the East Coast in the afternoon. Some would say we're early. Some would say we're late.
It's 5 a.m. somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's morning somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Probably the next day though, not Monday anymore. But whatever.
No, Hawaii is still the morning.
I would say so, right?
I think we just barely get morning in Hawaii.
Yeah, I think we got morning in Hawaii.
It's 11 a.m. there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mahalo.
So not wrong. Not wrong.
Not wrong at all. Not wrong at all. Massive game over the weekend. Obviously, we all know what I'm talking about here. UConn lost to South Carolina for the women's college basketball championship.
South Carolina's a wagon now.
They've won 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Don Staley is,
seemingly has replaced Gino.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's the first time a UConn team has ever lost in the final game.
Is it really?
Like their men's team was 5-0, I think, and the women's team was 11-0 in finals matches.
Wow,
or
this team
the
fucked it
last
up.
game, yeah.
And the under hit, in case you're curious. A lot of unders this tournament, 64-49, low-scoring game. Still higher scoring, though, than Houston. Fun fact.
That's how
both
Houston
both
likes to
of
play,
these
baby.
women's teams scored more points than Houston.
Yeah, but they were also playing against other women.
Yeah. Were they? Do we actually know that anymore? Or is there...
Yeah.
One of these a dude?
College basketball is still pretty... Like, there's not going to be a Joanna man, I don't think.
I think there will be.
I think the difference in athleticism is too obvious. Like, it's swimming. Yeah, this woman's swimming faster. But it's like, if you put a dude in a wig on a basketball court dunking from the free throw line, I think that is where people draw the line.
I don't think so. Let's go.
I want to see it for sure, just to see what will happen. But I do think that's where people draw the line.
Let's go. We got a little Philadelphia news here for you, Delco. The Eagles.
Yep. Weird trade.
Weird trade. They've agreed to trade 2 of their 2022 first-round picks, number 16 and number 19, to the Saints for pick number 18 and a 2023 first-round pick.
So I guess we're just assuming we're going to get a higher pick next year.
I think
we think the Saints are going to suck.
I think the Saints are quarterback hunting, and they don't see one in this draft, and they're fucking – or not the Saints, but the Eagles are quarterback hunting. They don't see one in this draft, and they're trying to get a lottery pick for next year to get a quarterback.
Or we just don't like the draft in general and are planning for next year.
Well, that would be
the
dumb.
The Saints are going to be a top 10 we think the Saints are going to suck.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's going to be a top 10 pick for sure, but I don't think this draft sucks. There's like 4 offensive linemen that are very good, and there's like 6 receivers that are very good.
There's a ton of talent in this draft, but
we still
not
have 2
position.
first-round picks. So we just went from 3 to 2 and then 2 next year.
Well, and the position that you guys really need is quarterback.
No.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is fucking terrible.
No.
That is not an NFL quarterback.
Fucking terrible.
He's awful.
Pretty solid.
Did you watch the playoff game?
Yeah.
How did he do in that?
Not great.
What do you remember his QBR
One game.
by any chance?
Yeah, top of my head. QBR 4, 42 or
4,
whatever.
It's about 4.
Who gives a shit?
It's 4.
He's
not an NFL quarterback. He's not any good. The reason why I think they traded it, in all sincerity, I think that Liberty kid is probably the same as a Jalen Hurts, and they're just like, we're not going down this fucking road again.
He'll be long gone before then.
I think, Malik Willis is probably going top 5 or 6.
You think so?
Yeah, he's got
He works his way in, and he's good?
He is quite a bit better than Jalen Hurts. Quite a bit better.
It's tough to say at Liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty.
No.
Well, Liberty by way of Auburn.
Was he at Auburn first?
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, Jalen Hurts, majority of the season was the number 1 quarterback in fantasy football points. So you're welcome.
Yeah, he actually had a 61.5% completion. That's actually pretty good. Right.
Are we being serious here?
Yeah,
for Jalen Hurts?
61.5. 62 is about the line for a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's about where with the average for an NFL quarterback.
He makes insane plays.
65 and higher is where like the elite NFL quarterbacks come into play.
His ceiling is high, but his floor is. His basement is hell.
I can already tell.
It's actual hell.
We're going to be having this fucking conversation for the next, 8 months.
Yes, dude. Yes.
It's just going to be an argument.
He's so fucking awful, dude.
He's not fucking awful. He's okay.
He's the worst.
He's just okay. That's all he is.
He was 26th in the league in completion percentage.
Who cares?
No, 26th in the league
That's
is
bad.
definitely a starting quarterback, though.
26th?
Yeah.
Out of 30 teams?
Yeah.
2.
32
Yeah,
teams?
you see how he's higher than the number
Yeah,
right?
so he's
That's
higher
how that
than,
works.
So he's better
in
than
the- he's-
6 other
thi-
quarterbacks.
He's a dual threat. How many yards rushing did he
This
have?
last season, he was definitely a bottom third of the league quarterback.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you can build on a bottom third.
He also runs the ball. He's a fullback that plays fucking quarterback for us.
You know how many touchdowns he threw?
16,
9 interceptions, right?
Yeah.
But how many
many-
touchdowns did he run for?
10,
10.
Oh,
So there you go.
He ran for 10?
26 touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah.
and he ran for 784 yards as well. But that again, he's 23 now. What do you get? Like 4 more years out of that? That's serviceable in the NFL. Like if you can,
He's on a rookie contract,
Yeah.
too.
Gross. Have fun. Look, it's a blast for Philly fans.
But they'll have the option next year if he does well. If they draft a new wide receiver, which they will in this draft, and some help on the line as well. If he does well with some added help on the offensive side this year, they probably go out and get another receiver and another fucking defensive guy in the first round next year. I mean, this is a good move for them. It
So-
gives them a lot of flexibility over the next 2 years.
And by the way, the reason I bring up Jalen Hurts is he's lobbying for A.J. Brown to come to the team from Tennessee because they need some other receivers
Why
there.
don't they get Julio?
They've got the kid from, I was going to say, they got that kid from Alabama who's really fucking good.
They get Waddle? Is that who it was?
No, Smith.
Smith, that's right. Waddle went
Devonta
to
Smith.
Devonta Smith, yeah. Devonta Smith might be the fastest human being I've ever seen.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah.
He had a good rookie year.
Yeah, really great rookie year. But if you had A.J. Brown, who knows? And then maybe he works with somebody in the Tim Tebow camp because he's a black Tebow is what he is to me. He can run the ball really goddamn good, but the rest of him is it's pretty poor. Pretty fucking poor there.
For a guy who rushes for over 700 yards, I think in the low 60s is about what you expect his completion percentage to be, right?
Let's not call him Black Tebow.
He's black Tebow.
Yeah,
dude.
he's not. He's
not.
He's
black Tebow.
He's much better than Tebow.
No, Tebow's got a playoff win.
Tebow's got a playoff win because Troy Polamalu fell asleep.
Well, that's his fault, dude.
That's
Tebow took advantage of it.
One play.
Hey.
That doesn't count.
Tim Tebow. If I'm drafting Tebow, gun to head, Tebow or Jalen Hurts, who are you taking?
Jalen Hurts, because Tim Tebow is like 35 years old.
No. At the same
the
age.
prime.
At
Yeah,
any,
no,
at
Brian
any,
Jalen
at
Hurts.
any
That's prime.
stage in their career, I would have taken Jalen Hurts.
No.
Because he can throw a football, which is what a quarterback primarily does.
Tebow's a winner.
No, he's
a
not.
winner. He won a playoff game for Denver.
Yeah, well,
So
Great tight end.
Everything. He does
he's
everything well.
One of the best blocking tight ends of all time. You want to pull up that video of him
he
trying to
almost
block somebody?
made the major leagues. He almost made
No,
Major
he
League
didn't.
Baseball.
He was
like
never
this
never
much,
He was
even
never going to be a
close.
Met.
They were saying that they
No.
were going to bring him up at the end of the year, and they broke his
It would have
wrist.
been.
Am I correct?
It
in
would
this?
have been a publicity stunt.
Yeah,
to
they
do
weren't.
that though, right?
That's great.
No,
They
it's
were
not.
going to bring Tebow up to watch those animals in fucking City Field boo the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That was the entire appeal of bringing Tebow up.
Well, look, we'll switch on over to the Mets. They're the Mets are the Mets, so why not? Who cares? Both of their starting pitchers, Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom, are injured to start the year. They don't know what's wrong with Jacob DeGrom, which is a fucking problem.
Wait, Scherzer's
It
a
was
Met
something-
now?
Yeah.
No.
DeGrom, it's just shoulder inflammation.
Yeah,
right?
and he's like 6 to 8 weeks or something
Yeah.
like that potentially. It's not.
Scherzer's a hamstring.
Scherzer
Yeah, Scherzer's
sounded more
weird.
like he could be back in a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see about that. But DeGrom, hasn't. When's the last time he had a full season? 19, if he had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been 2020 either, and he did. He
No,
only
but
pitched 15 games.
He was
Yeah, it
hurt.
was 2019.
Yeah, he was hurt even in 2020, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, he's 33. I mean, he seems younger because nobody gives a fuck about the Mets or pays attention, but he has just strung together incredible season after incredible season. He hasn't had an ERA over 3 since 2017.
Yeah.
But he also has the most innings he's pitched in one season is 217. That sucks.
Yeah.
For your
Yeah.
fucking number one starter to only throw 217 innings, you're looking for like 260 or higher. Even in today's game, that's not great. So that's just the Mets being the Mets, man. They'll
fucking happen.
That's what's going to happen.
they're-
Opening day is Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys doing a prediction show?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Who do you think is going to win it all this year?
Yeah, and we'll tee up the fucking no pun intended. We'll tee up the fucking fantasy leagues and all that shit too.
Yeah, we're finalizing the fantasy leagues. If you haven't done it yet, there's a post in Drinkin Bros Sports. Go drop your email in that post, and I'll get the leagues organized. We're just can't talk about it too much, but we're waiting on figuring out the platform
Yeah.
based on a deal. So we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Right on.
But yeah. Fantasy's going down again. It was really fun last year. All the leagues were really competitive, and most of the people tuned in. Every once in a while, someone drops out.
Yeah, it was fun. You know what isn't fun is like the prediction for wins and losses for the Phillies.
Yeah.
I don't think
Why
they
are
have.
you trying to
I don't
me right now? I don't care.
I don't think they have. I think their
compliment you.
team is actually okay. And the last over under I saw for wins for them was like 43 or something.
That can't be possible.
That's like the
That-
worst
that's
team in the
not
league.
possible at all.
Or
There's
40.
no way.
Maybe it's
Like the
40.
Pirates are never like that.
Yeah.
Pirates are always
Well,
like 60 over under.
So they
Pi-
have an over-under for
Yeah.
and it's out for the Phillies this year?
Hang on, let me
That
look.
wasn't the gambling over.
No, it wasn't gambling. It was a projection by like
43
whatever.
wins for
Or
the Phillies?
Maybe it was 49, but even that.
It'd be like one of the worst teams ever.
Like
Yeah.
49 is I think what the Orioles did last year.
We also have a good lineup, don't we? Like I don't understand
Harper-
how
Your lineup's
Dude,
fantastic.
you've got Real Muto, Reese Hoskins, Gene Segura, who is a lot better than people think. Didi Gregorius comes back at all, and he's a fucking all-star. You got
I think he's
Castellanos
dead.
now, Bryce Harper, and Kyle Schwarber. Like, what the fuck,
It's a
man?
really good fucking
That's
lineup.
a really good
The
lineup.
defense is trash, but the
defense is
lineup
not
is
great.
incredible.
We have an ace in Nola who's, a stud when he doesn't play the Marlins.
and Wheeler too.
Zach Wheeler is a stud, too.
And they have a third guy on the Phillies are good.
Ranger Suarez is pretty good, yeah. Kyle Gibson, okay. Zach Eflin, I think he might not make it the whole season. But, yeah, they're decent. Nebel is their fucking closer. He's like a B closer, but that's good enough to win probably 60, 70 games at least. Not fucking 49 or whatever
I
they said.
look forward to hopping on the bandwagon when they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're a wild card team for sure.
I think they above the fucking Mets.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
easily.
Yeah.
Although the Marlins have a pretty good young team too. Like Jack Chisholm is a really good player. They got some good guys over there. It's just the Marlins.
They
so.
good rotation. Grab Soler.
I don't know what it's going to look like now that Jeter's left. I don't know if that's going to have an effect on them or not.
We'll find out. Rough time to be a Phillies sports fan, though. Embiid is begging for the MVP. He says, I don't know what I have to do. Is he going to win?
No.
No?
No, probably not.
What happened? He was winning. He was leading the whole 3/4 of the year.
The NBA,
Not really.
it
It's
is
kind
like
of been
it's like super rigid by PER. Since PER became a thing that people paid attention to, all the way like 15 years in a row, whomever has had the best PER has won MVP.
So why don't they just say that? Like, hey, here's what it is. Because like Embiid seemed genuinely curious. He was like, what do I have to do to win the fucking award?
Well, it just came out. Tobias Harris was interviewed, and they went out to a local steakhouse recently, and Embiid asked for a steak burnt.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's it. You have your answer there. You have your answer.
This is the dude that wouldn't stop eating candy and shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he would drink 2 pitchers of Shirley Temples a day.
Oh my God damn it.
But like not booze ones, right?
No, just straight Shirley
Just
Temples.
straight Shirley Temples.
Listen, when
For
you
those out there, that is Sprite, grenadine,
Yep.
and a cherry.
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
when you didn't have real food for the majority of your life, and you
True.
come over and you see all this trash we have, you just go nuts.
And then Ben Simmons is out of the regular season and the play-in game for the Nets. So
Oh, it was the Nationals that this website said was going to be 49 wins. That's what they predicted.
the National.
yeah, okay.
That's
That makes a lot
different
more
story.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
more sense. But the on Vegas has over under 71.5 wins for the Nationals. So that's not even in the same ballpark. Let's see what the Phillies
Wait, the
are.
Nationals or the Phillies?
The
71.5.
The Nationals, but I'm sure the Phillies are like right there.
I bet the Phillies are at like
Yeah,
84.
Phillies are 86.5. That's what I would expect. That's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
It's a big boy number. If you win 87 games, you're in. You're in for the wild
Now,
card. at
maybe.
least.
now with the expanded
Yeah,
playoffs.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the expanded playoffs.
So
yeah.
you're in.
the main sort of egregious projection that I saw, and I think we talked about this in the last baseball show, is they had the Brewers at 89 wins, and the Brewers are the only good team in their division. Cardinals are okay. The Brewers are the only that team's fucking good.
Yeah, the Brewers will probably win 92 games.
Yeah,
something
the Brewers
like
are a
that, I
90-win
guess.
team easily.
Speaking of the Cardinals, Pujols is going to make his 22nd straight opening day start for the Cardinals. DH, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Well, they have Goldschmidt. He's only ever potentially going to play first base when Goldschmidt needs a day off.
And you said before we went on air he was getting a divorce?
Yeah,
is that true?
him and his wife Deidre are getting divorced after 22
way.
years.
No
She
way.
was with him pre-fame, pre-everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now he's getting ready to go be bored and single and rich, and he's like, you know what? Here's $500 million. I'm going to take the other $500 million and fuck whores, like
Yeah.
David Ortiz did,
Yeah.
right?
Well, hopefully it doesn't get shot.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Why is nobody
Puerto- is-
talking about that? I don't
He's-
understand.
Is he Dominican or Puerto Rican? Pujols is Puerto Rican, right?
No, he's Dominican.
So he's probably going to get shot too. Shit.
You never know, man.
Just don't fuck a gangster's wife.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyways,
That's all you have to do.
NBA, Jokic, 32.98 PER. Giannis Antetokounmpo is 32.28, so 0.7 behind him.
Aren't the Mavs hot right now?
Mavs
Yeah.
are real hot.
Mavs
Yeah.
are
So I guess
hot.
Luka would be
Luka's
in the
on
conversation.
fucking fire.
Joel Embiid is 31.26, so he's 1.7 behind Jokic, and I don't think he's got time to catch up. There's
Also,
only
hasn't
4 games
he
left.
played like 10 or something less games?
10 less games, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 7.
Well,
Seven
Embiid
less.
always plays less games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the person to really feel bad for is LeBron James, I guess, although he is the author of his own fucking discomfort
Right.
here.
Well, he's out for the rest of the year now.
Oh, he is. Is that real?
Didn't he say, like, I'll see you next fall?
No, that was a April Fool's tweet.
Oh, was it really?
He may be right, though, because there's 4 games left. And
Why
right
play?
now,
They're 2 back of the
Lakers
Spurs.
They're 2 back of the Spurs. The Spurs close out the season.
He did not play yesterday, though.
No, he didn't.
And I think they're going to tank this so they don't have to play, so he can rest and then get a draft pick.
Well, it'll be 2 years in a row he's been able to rest.
Yeah.
So they close out. The Spurs close out the season with Denver, Minnesota, Golden State, and Dallas. Those are 4 hard teams to play. But the good news is Golden State doesn't give a fuck about that game. Chances are at least somewhat likely that Denver doesn't care about this next game either, to be honest. We'll see. But Dallas certainly won't care about that game because I don't think it's going to affect their position in the standings overall, right? Dallas is, let's see, they're 4th.
Yep.
Like, I don't think there's going to be enough movement there. Denver might be playing for a better seed.
But either way, Denver would be playing Dallas, so you're just switching home court advantage there at 4-5.
The Lakers close out they play at Phoenix tomorrow night. They're going to get fucking squashed in that game, like badly. And then they have to, like, if they don't win against Phoenix tomorrow night, which I don't think they will, they have to win all the rest of their games to even fucking get a chance, to even
tie,
have a chance
yeah.
to tie.
Yeah.
So, doesn't look good for them. I think you're probably right. They're probably going to fucking call it a season after this.
Is the Spurs, they played that AT&T Center we were at for the Sweet
Yes.
16?
Yeah.
I actually like that arena.
I like the arena.
Yeah.
I don't like where it is.
No, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right.
but
Like, there's nothing around it.
Not easy to get an Uber in and out of that place.
No, but it's a fun arena. I enjoyed that. It's, it's new.
I mean, if the Lakers tank, I don't know. This is a shitty draft year. Like maybe they'll definitely get a lottery pick, but I don't know where it'll be and if there's any talent to be had.
Well,
there.
also, LeBron,
Wait, the Lakers don't have a first round draft pick this year.
they might not. I don't know.
They might have traded.
But
Yeah, I don't
LeBron
think they
doesn't
do.
have time for a draft pick.
No.
He doesn't have time unless it's going to be like a literal, I don't know, other LeBron. Like,
yeah,
it's
no.
not.
The best is when he dictates the draft pick and then leaves.
Right.
Yep.
Like Shabazz Napier.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that he just retires?
No,
right
none.
now?
He wants to play with his kid.
And he wants to break that record. So right now, if he stays on pace, they're saying towards the end of next season is when he would break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's points record. So
Sad.
he's definitely staying for that. 'cause
So are they going to trade
Russ, yes.
Russell Westbrook and AD because both of those guys have to go, right? Because AD can't play basketball. He can't stay on the court. He hasn't been able to for 3 fucking years.
So I thought about that. The only problem with the AD trade is it's the same agent as LeBron. And that
He don't care.
they courted him over of like, hey, come over to our agency, come over to Clutch, and we'll get you a new deal.
Unless he's got a no trade clause, he can go fuck himself,
Yeah, LeBron,
right?
Exactly.
LeBron doesn't give a fuck.
But what are
Also,
the chances LeBron is the one that leaves LA after
Better.
making a huge mess?
I think
of that
that makes more sense.
Because Windhorst was on NBA Today the other day talking about it. Like it is a fucking mess. They're over cap. They don't have. They only have mid-level exceptions, like veteran exceptions now. They don't have anybody on bird rules. They're fucked. They have 3 massive contracts, 2 of which are going to be very hard to trade.
Yeah.
Because Russell Westbrook sucks now, and AD can't stay healthy. Like I think. Does LeBron have an opt-out after this year, or is he signed? He signed a 3-year deal, right?
I feel like he always does an
I
opt-out.
feel he's going to get an opt-out after 2. So
I mean, the best
yeah.
thing, what I've heard some people speculate about this. I don't know if there's anything to it, but him going to Miami again is what I've heard people talking about, and I don't know if that's
That would
just
make
because-
sense because they've got a good team down
I don't know if it's because
They're missing one player, and that could be the difference.
yeah,
there.
I don't know. I mean, him at small forward with Butler at the 2. That's a pretty good team, and then Kyle Lowry at point. That's
And then you got Tyler
Hero. off the
Hero.
bench. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good
Fucking
team,
awesome.
but
And then you also have
Duncan Robinson.
Spolstra,
Spoelstra, yeah.
Yeah.
which is
I mean,
important.
LeBron's only going. There's a short list of coaches that he would play for at this point in his career, at any point in his career, really. But
Well, you have Spolstra, and you have maybe the only person who LeBron has ever even remotely listened to when told to shut the fuck up, and that's Pat Riley.
yeah,
Yep.
Well, you got to
Maybe.
kiss the ring.
but
Right.
Yeah,
the Heat are the second best team in basketball, I think, or third best record wise. Is that a bad luck for him? Like, does he worry about the Kevin Garnett comparisons?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Or not Kevin Garnett, Kevin Durant. excuse
Yeah,
me.
I don't think so. Not anymore. I think
Well, what if they won without him?
If the Heat won,
I mean, with the Heat, they're not going to win this year, I don't think. I mean, if
Me
they
neither.
win this year and he goes, it looks bad. If they don't, and then they win with him, then it doesn't, because it's like I was the piece. I was
Yeah.
the one that got over the top.
and then he would have come back to 2 teams and won a title with him.
yeah.
Also, Jimmy Butler is not a big enough star to be like, oh, he just jumped on the bandwagon.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
And
Like
Lowry,
it's
for
a
that
super
matter.
team. Kyle Lowry, fucking Jimmy Butler, and LeBron. Like that's not
Well,
a super team.
PJ Tucker as well. Come on.
Oh, don't forget about Peach.
He always looks like he just got done eating at a buffet to me.
PJ Tucker?
Yeah, but he's solid. He
Probably
plays.
did.
This would actually be maybe. Well, what do you think? What would be the worst team LeBron won a title with? The Cavs, or if he won it with the new Heat?
The new Heat would be the worst team.
Yeah, the Cavs
The
team.
Cavs
was really
had
good.
fucking
That's what I'm saying. So,
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love at his prime.
Yeah.
Like that was
so he would. This would, if he won a championship with them, that would also be the weakest team he
Yeah.
won a championship with.
Also like a really good Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and J.R. Smith, although he got forgetful in some of those plays.
Yeah. My God, dude.
Listen, he was
Not
playing
great.
21 in his mind. And he thought he had to bring the ball back.
We'll flip on over
Wait,
to
I want to see what the NBA title championship odds are right now.
for the title.
So
How are the Bucks? Look up the Bucks odds. I've got them repeating.
Phoenix is plus 260. The Bucks are plus 460. The Nets are plus 590. Warriors are plus 700. Celtics 840. The Sixers are 880. The Heat are 920.
I
And
probably wouldn't touch the Sixers.
the Grizzlies all the way down at 1425, and that's who I'm betting on. I think that the Grizzlies are going to win the NBA title.
It'd be fun, man. Watching Ja Morant, he's one of those guys that I'll just tune in just to watch him. Same with Dame Lillard.
I'll
always tune in to watch Dame Lillard in the playoffs.
And I will say the Grizzlies are one of the few NBA teams who have like a fearsome crowd to go into.
It's a fearsome crowd, and they have a deep fucking bench, by far deeper than anybody else in the league. And if you don't believe me, John Morant's missed some time this year with a couple of tweaks. They are 20-2 with him not in the lineup. With teams that have a guy that scores 25 points or more, only 3 other teams have had winning percentages like that with their guy not on the floor, and all 3 of them have won the NBA title. All 3.
It'd be fun, man.
Memphis Grizzlies plus 1425 to win the title. I'm on it. I'm putting $1,000 on that shit.
I fucking saw. Have you been to that arena? It's loud as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there for goddamn that Tyson Lewis fight.
The FedEx Forum.
Yeah, it's loud as fuck in there, man.
They need to go back to the pyramid.
I agree.
Reclaim the Bass Pro Shop.
I agree. We'll flop on over to college basketball here. Over the weekend was the Final Four. We'll start with Kansas Villanova. We all called that across the board unanimously.
Although Kansas came out firing, like we thought they were going to maybe come out a little slower. Maybe Villanova would take the lead, and Kansas just punched them in the mouth immediately.
No. So that was the only thing, essentially, we were wrong on this weekend was we thought Villanova, all of us thought Villanova would have a halftime lead. We could
But then
hammer the live line. And
Kansas would crush them in the second half.
Yeah, and that didn't happen, so I didn't get to bet on any live lines at halftime. That was the lock of the weekend. And then no surprise, obviously, that they're in, but that UNC Duke game was as advertised, almost identical word for word what we said on the show. The first 5 minutes would be slow because people were nervous, and then they'd pick it up towards the end of the first half, which they did. And then, fuck, man, at the end, it came down, it was tied with 47 seconds left.
I mean, has there been a game that's had this kind of build-up that actually lived up to the hype?
No. Not
quite
no.
like that in college basketball.
No, any sport,
The
pretty much.
the last game in basketball, pro or college, that I remember like this, it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals where Kyrie Irving hit that fucking final 3-pointer. That's the last one I remember that really lived. Actually, the last 3 games of that series because LeBron lost his fucking mind. after Draymond got the boot in Game 5. He just lost his mind and went out of control. I mean, even during that game where Draymond got the boot, he averaged like fucking 39 points a game.
Yeah, he went,
some shit like
bananas.
that. That's the last one I can remember.
It was crazy.
The atmosphere was insane. It felt probably bigger than the national championship will tonight.
Yes, and the odd thing was Coach K was so angry throughout the entire game. To end your career on back-to-back losses to UNC of all people is just devastating, especially the way they lost. They shot 60% from the free throw line, and you can't miss fucking free throws in the last minute of a game and expect to go on. It was very un-Duke-like at the end of that game.
It's going to eat him.
Forever. Especially if it's on free throws. You can live on like a last second shot that doesn't go in. You're like, all right, great. But when it's fucking free throws, that's crazy, man.
I'll say it right now, that's not the last game Coach K is going to be a part of.
So I said this to Dan right after the game was over. How can you walk away with that? I mean, it's 2 losses to UNC and then fucking free throws, dude. That You'd want to fucking end your life. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe he's not coming back.
Let's say John Shire doesn't make the tournament next year.
Oh, you think he comes back after? So you think they'll let him go?
I think Shire.
Are you going to pull a Bill Snyder?
Yeah. Maybe Shire gets a few years.
Okay.
Doesn't really work out. And then Coach K's kind of itching to get back into it. Maybe he's like Roy Williams, where he still has an office in like the facilities and everything. So he's just kind of around at all times. But yeah, maybe he just fills in for Shire.
I loved how this game played out, though. Like a minute 24. This is exactly how I called it. That it was going to come down to the wire, and it's going to get snatched away from Duke, and he's going to have to fucking live with that shit the rest of his fucking short-ass life.
That's exactly what happened. Because how old is he? He's got to be
he's
75,
But
76.
like a minute 24 left, they're up by 1. His wife walks out to come out to the sideline, and I'm like, yes. Like I could feel it. Like when we were at that Penn State Ohio State game, the whiteout game, I could feel the energy changing. Like, man, you should have kept your same exact haircut as your husband back in the locker room.
Yeah. She walked out, and
because they just missed 4 or 5 free throws over the last
minute,
3 minutes.
Well, that one Duke player who was going to be a first-round pick, I forget his name, he missed the 2 free throws, and if he had made those 2, then it's a tie game with under a minute left instead of them having to go into foul mode. It was like 40 seconds left, something like that. They had to go into foul mode instead because he fucking missed both. And that was after, I think that was right after, they got bailed out because Manic missed a free throw.
Yeah, he missed both.
Yeah, he missed a few threes. He was kind of choking a little there.
Yeah.
He made his threes. He couldn't hit his fucking free throws.
No, he hit a 3 late, but there was
honestly,
a few threes that he just...
Fate handed Duke that game. Like, with those Manic missed free throws, like, I really think, like, it was handed to them to take, and they shit their pants.
And Caleb Love was not very good in the first half, but he delivered.
That's not the first time this tournament he's done that, though.
He just turned it on. Yeah.
Gone insane in the half. Caleb Love, by the way, alum of my high school. Sadly, didn't stay in state for basketball, but they never do. Brad Beal, Jason Tatum.
Why would you stay and go to Mizzou?
They never do.
You go to a powerhouse. Yeah, dude. You go to a powerhouse. Another stat that jumped out at me from this game and was shocking was Duke was 5 of 22 from 3-pointers. That obviously didn't help their cause either, but that's kind of been a theme this tournament with kids just not being able to hit 3-point shots. With the game changing with Steph Curry and all these fucking guys shooting threes, why are you not just living in the gym shooting threes over and over and over again? If that's going to be your game, the way that it was with the rest of these fucking tournament games, why are you not in the gym just bombing threes all fucking day long?
People do, and that I think is actually more the problem than anything, is because college basketball is still a sport where a version of basketball where styles matter and you play systems. Like the NBA, it's more just like you get your guys out there. Like they run plays and stuff like that and systems, but it's not. Like college is it's more pronounced. You can see it more. That's why you have teams like Houston that like muck it up, or you have
had
teams,
St. Peter's who ran out of zone.
Yeah. Or you have teams like
that's how they got so far.
Syracuse, who you never bet against in the first round because they play their weirdo zone, or Virginia, who won a championship a couple years ago.
Grossest championship of all time.
On their pack line defense. Like, so really what you want to do is have them play whatever your system. Now, maybe Duke wanted to take 22 threes. I don't really fucking know, but I know the other day Houston certainly did not want to take 20 threes. So you you're mad about the amount of threes shot if that's not your fucking game. But there are, even before the three got big in the NBA, college basketball is kind of like college football in that things get tried out and experimented with a little more there. Like, if you remember, like the NBA for a long time was a jump shooting league, like a mid-range jumper league.
It was, yeah.
But then you'd have these dope, fun-ass teams in college, like the West Virginia teams with Pitt Snoggle and that other dude, that would just spend their whole fucking game bombing threes. And you're like, God damn, I want to watch more of this shit. So if that's your style of play, you play like 3 and D in college or whatever, that's fine. But they don't need to be. They need to be in there practicing whatever wins them whatever system's going to win them the game. So,
yeah, because I mean, going down these stats here, what's interesting is field goal percentage overall. Each team was 42%. Great there. The difference literally was the 3-pointers and free throws. 22% for Duke, 5 of 22, and then 60% free throws, 12 of 20 for Duke, and that cost him the game at the end. But it was fun as shit, man. God damn, that was an awesome game to watch all the way around. And second highest rated game ever.
That's it? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Second. What do you mean, it?
I would have thought one by a wide margin.
Well, here's the problem. So it was on TBS, which
was weird.
Yeah. When did it switch? I don't remember reading that it switched because it's usually always on CBS.
but what the fuck was CBS airing on Saturday night?
That's what I don't get. But you have to buy out these deals usually a couple years in advance. So
It's on the game tonight's on TBS as well.
is it really?
How?
So I guess Turner just ponied up, basically.
Yeah.
That's wild. Because you and I, when we were looking for it, Dan, on Saturday, I was like, fucking channel is this on? And I scrolled all the way down to TBS, and I was like, when do they get the Final Four?
Is it? Well, they've always been part of the tournament, or late, like the last 10 or so years at least. So Turner and Viacom have had like a dual deal where they air it together. So maybe the first half of that deal, like CBS got more of it.
Are we sure it's not like multiple broadcasts where it's like you can get the Carolina call, you can get the Kansas call?
Well,
They might have a
no.
national broadcast. That's what I'm
No.
saying. It's not on CBS tonight. at
Well,
all?
ESPN does that.
Yeah.
TBS, no, it's not on CBS at all. And then does one shining moment play at the end of the game, or does CBS own the rights to that?
That's a good question.
So I'm amped to see. We'll find out. Today's show is brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros. Double your deposit all the way up to $1,000. We have killed them the last 3 months. Dan actually has North Carolina winning it all tonight on MyBookie. What were your odds? I know you could win $9,000 tonight.
18
to 1, yeah.
And I put 500 on it about a month ago.
So a lot of fucking pressure on this side of the table. I've already bet $1,000 on this game on MyBookie.com. There is a fuck ton of parlays, props, and everything you can do here on MyBookie. I've already bet $1,000 on this game. I wasn't sure which way to go with this, but we'll go around the horn and get everybody's take. But if you want to bet with us or against us on MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros will double your deposit up to $1,000. And we're also doing, if you're watching this live, go to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. We'll also put this audio feed up immediately right after the show. We're giving away a free case of Hard AF Seltzer for whoever guesses the score correctly in the team, and it's closest to, so we're not going to make you pick it exactly, because that would be fucking impossible in a basketball game, I would imagine. So whoever is the closest, and you have until tip-off to enter into that, and Dan and I will ship you a case of Hard AF Seltzer to your house if you're out there and you don't belong to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is a private group. Just sign up. Just don't be an asshole. That's the only fucking rules to it. But we'll start with the odds on MyBookie.com here. Tonight is Kansas -4. The beauty of doing Friday's show is we said, hey, if we got the finals wrong, we could make another pick, and here we are. This side of the table, you guys were correct. So you guys got it. You got North Carolina against Kansas. -4 is this spread here. That's kind of a big boy number for this, and the over-under is pretty big too at 152. However, both Final Four games did hit the over over the weekend, which was surprising to see. I didn't touch any of those, but I did touch tonight's. So we'll start with you, D'Anthony. Who do you got, North Carolina versus Kansas? Throw your $9,000 out the window for a second. Who do you think is actually going to win against this -4 point spread?
I think North Carolina will win. We've been talking about it all tournament. They came into the tournament hot, and the speculation was, is the hotness going to continue, or are they going to run out of steam? And it seems like they've only gotten better. Like the more challenging things get, the more their shot group seems to tighten up. And that is a function of, one, good leadership, which is interesting because they've got a rookie coach, basically.
Yep.
And some of their best players are extremely young. Not like one of these, like Gonzaga, who had older upperclassmen players and shit like that. But it seems like Caleb Love seems to get better as the pressure mounts. He's like a good closer in baseball. If you put him in with a 4-run lead, he's going to fuck it up. Like in the first half, he just gets off to a slow start, but when shit matters most, that dude performs. And that to me is fucking, I believe in that shit. So I'm going +4 North Carolina. I'm also going to take.
Are you taking the money line at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean I've already got the money line, so I don't need to.
Obviously,
do it again.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna. I do have the money line actually, technically speaking. But
Well, yeah, for the tournament.
I'm also gonna take the over because these two teams play handsy ass fucking defense, and there's gonna be a fuckload of free throws. I think each team will shoot 25 free throws or more in this game, so I'm taking the over in that as well. And that's what led to those high scoring games in the Final Four.
Yep.
It's like both teams. I think Duke had 22, UNC had fucking 26. If I'm not mistaken.
So there was UNC had 24 free throws. Duke had 20. You had 44 free throws.
Maybe I'm thinking about Villanova. Villanova had they only shot 10, but Kansas shot 13. I guess maybe not in that game. I was thinking about the Elite Eight game. But I think there's going to be a lot of Kansas plays pretty good defense, and they push people out to the perimeter. I'm not sure that's the game you want to play against North Carolina.
Not when you can go inside like that.
Well, I mean, between Manic and Love and R.J. Davis, they've been hitting a lot of threes. Like R.J. Davis was 4 for 4 from 3 the other night. I mean, it's what the fuck. Like Kansas, Bill Self's a smart guy. I don't think he's going to run that same, or maybe you do in the beginning, right? Maybe you run it in the first half to see if UNC is actually making their threes, and if they aren't, you let them keep shooting them and keep them out there, and if they are, you try to switch them up a little bit. I don't know. But nobody on Kansas is going to be able to handle this Backhot, however you say his name. That dude is a fucking man-child.
Jesus.
He looks like
900 rebounds.
Yeah, he had 21 rebounds, I think.
Yeah.
He is a giant. He's not that tall. He's like 6'9", right? But he is just a giant, beefy fucking motherfucker.
With the afro, though, he's like...
No, it's not fro.
It's not a fro. It's
dreads.
but
He's
they go straight up.
He's 6'10".
6'10", yeah. Big boy.
He is a very large man.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be an answer for him. So,
Baycott will get his boards, but he can also foul out pretty early.
yeah, he almost did.
He almost did.
He fouled out.
He
of
did
the Duke
foul out,
game.
yeah.
Well, I mean early.
Yeah.
Who do you got in this one, Delco?
Pop the bottles of Remy Martin, pour it on Rob's grave. Kansas wins this game 77-70. The under hits. Kansas covers. It's pretty cut and dry. Like I think it's going to be a classic letdown spot for North Carolina. They won their national championship. They beat Duke. They sent Coach K out the door with an L, and it's going to be all Kansas all night.
Okay. Bob, who do you got?
Of course, not picking Kansas at all. Like, fuck that. But also, though, like, where is Kansas better than North Carolina on the floor? Like, really? They're not better inside.
Their team defense is better than North Carolina's, I think. They switch on and off better. Like, Manic tries his best to switch on and off.
Yeah.
I just think maybe he gets lost in his fucking hair sometimes. Bacot, however you say his stupid name.
Bacot.
He looks
Baycott.
fucking
Baycott, yeah.
lost out there sometimes.
Yeah.
He looks like a dude that's just big that hasn't ever played. But when he's in the post and making moves, he looks good. But when he's playing zone defense, it's like fucking Benny Hill out there.
I agree with you that Kansas is probably the smarter team. Like, they play more intelligently. I don't know. I love the role that North Carolina's on. And look, yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt because I fucking hate Kansas. But just legitimately keep in mind, two of the teams that Kansas has caught in this tournament lost their best player in the last seconds of the game before they played Kansas. Secondly, they almost shit their pants against Providence, who, and I know, survive in advance and all that stuff. Providence is not that good. This Kansas team has not been as impressive as you think. Like, you haven't been paying attention to them because there's other teams.
I do see the lack of focus from them for sure.
Hate.
That's fine. I say take it with a grain of salt, but I'm telling you, there have been some serious fucking question marks for Kansas in this tournament that Whereas North Carolina has just fucking KO'd heavyweight after fucking heavyweight.
Yep.
And I will say, just granted, they did blow that lead against Baylor, so there is that on their end too. But regardless, like who North Carolina's taken out in this tournament versus who Kansas is taking out in this tournament is not even fucking comparable.
No, and
what do you got to say to that, bitch?
Yeah. For that reason, I'm also going North Carolina here.
You're all on North Carolina, huh?
Yes. I said at the beginning of this thing, and I asked you guys, I said, who's the superstar that's going to emerge from this tournament and be the guy? There's always the guy from every tournament, and it appears to be Caleb Love. I'm riding that hot hand, and I'm going with Carolina. That was a big boy win on Saturday night, and I think they continue this into tonight. However, to be safe, gambling-wise, I bet $1,000 in this game already. I'll post that in Drinkin Sports here in a second after the show's over. I took the teaser, and I took this up to +8 for Carolina, and I took the over down to 148 in this. I would have a hard time believing that this isn't a 76-74 game, which will get me that over in this. If I'm wrong, I would be shocked, but I think this will be a decently high-scoring game, and it should be fun. Like, this should be a fun fucking game.
I think this is going to be a tight, fun game.
So do I. And for that reason, I'm going to tease this up. Carolina +8, the over-under down to 148, and I put $1,000 on that. I'm looking at first half lines here. It's +2.5 for North Carolina. I don't know who gets off to a hot start. Pardon me, so I'm not going to take that in this one. But there's a shit ton of prop bets on my bookie right now that are a fucking blast, including some of these alt spreads. I mean, you can take...
Do they have any alt-right spreads?
Looking if there's a Proud Boys option on here. I don't see one right now.
It's too bad.
But here's how, like on my bookie, here's how far you can jack this up. This is, take fucking Carolina at +12.5 for -400. I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude. Kansas would get 280 out of that. Like, that'd be fun. I don't see this being a blowout, though, do you? 12.5? That seems like a lot.
No.
What's the +21 option?
I don't see a +21 option yet.
Or like 20 and above?
That would be fucking great. I don't see that yet. But the highest spread I see is a +12.5 option there.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How do you not take that? That's free money.
No. I'm. It's -400, so you'd have to bet a fuck ton to win on North Carolina on that. Like a fuck ton.
Yeah, still.
The best option is your fucking teaser. You can get that at +8, but you got to take the over/under with it. And that's what I've done here. And Caleb Love ends up being the...
Are you taking the under or the over?
I'm taking the over.
Okay.
So I dropped it down to 148, and I'm taking the over in it. But I think Caleb Love ends up being the Final Four's MVP, too.
If it's not, is it Final Four most outstanding player or is it tournament most outstanding? It doesn't really matter.
It's whoever gets Jim Nance's tie.
Yeah.
Well, he's not doing it. It's not CBS.
I think Nance is still announcing though.
Yeah, isn't it still the same like family of networks?
That's a great question. No, they don't own TBS. Is not. TBS is.
Well, but the Turner guys appear on CBS, like Barkley and fucking EJ and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're on CBS for the studios.
Viacom might own part of TBS now. Not sure. Yeah, who calls this game tonight then?
Your mom?
Who called the Final Fours? My dad?
I was at a bar.
It was...
Well, we were here last year.
Fucking Christ.
Onions!
It's a great first.
Yeah.
Grant Hill was one of the guys for
Lafferty?
the Duke UNC game.
Yeah, Grant Hill, because Grant Hill popped up into the booth afterwards.
But he was the analyst on that crew for that game. But I don't know about the Kansas-Villanova game. I don't remember.
The most gangster shit, too, by the way, after that UNC-Duke game was UNC's Twitter posts after they won, and it just said one word, farewell.
It's Jim Nance, Bill Rafferty, and Grant Hill.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. It'd be weird if Jim Nance wasn't there. I'd like to see Gus Johnson on the mix, but whatever.
Dude, Jim Nance is going to go...
I'd like to see Alex Jones on that. Just trying to figure out how globalism is involved in college basketball.
Oh, stay in college, everybody. Once you go to the NBA, the Chi-Coms are going to take over. You're going to be playing for China.
What a week for Nance.
I know. Masters, which we'll get to in a second
It's like
here.
every April for Nance, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lives the best April life of anybody, maybe in the history of man. for the month of April.
April's his month for sure.
So, Masters are this week. This is it. This is the biggest one of the year. This is my favorite of the year.
Hand up.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I think Tiger's playing.
So you think Tiger is playing? Because that was my next question.
It looks like Tiger's playing.
He's been like dropping hints and shit, and he's not really one to fuck around like that.
Game time decision, but like he's not going through all these steps and motions to not play.
No, Tiger Woods would not say game time decision unless the decision had already been made.
All right, so let me ask you this: when does the scheduling come out? Because you got to have tee times, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think he can make the call like today or tomorrow.
When do they make? When do they announce the tee times?
I think everything's kind of locked in. He can. It's Tiger Woods. They'll make an exception. They'll just be like, all right.
You got to pair up. What is it? You're playing with 2 or is it 4 on the opening day?
3.
Oh, 3 players. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna fuck over 2 other people. And don't they usually put past champions together in that group? I think they do with the Masters.
I mean, they do it in most tournaments.
Let's see. Let's find out when the fucking schedule is released, because then you'll know.
You can't
circumvent that.
Woods is scheduled among the Masters pre-tournament news conference for 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yeah, so he's going to announce tomorrow.
Well, no, tomorrow 10 a.m.
that he's playing
Central.
That's what's going
And
to
they'll
happen.
toss him into the field. It's not like making a NBA schedule or something where you got to figure out.
It's also
like,
a limited field. It's the Masters. So
It is.
It's smaller.
What do
field.
they got, 40, 60?
No, more than that.
I thought it was like super small.
No, it's not that small.
Or maybe the cut's at 40.
The cut's smaller than it's anyone within 10 strokes, but like cut off at a certain point.
So what's the game time decision thing that he keeps talking about? I mean, it's not if you got it, because you got to make that schedule.
He's just testing out the leg, making sure everything's good.
So has he played another round yet? Do you know that?
He played 9
When did he play 9?
yesterday, I think.
Why only 9?
You don't want to burn yourself out.
Yeah, why would you play a full 18?
I mean, if you haven't played in that long, it's. I mean,
He doesn't want to take more steps than he.
People who run
Needs to,
run
right?
marathons never run a full 26.2 to train for it ever.
Okay.
You like the most you ever run is a half.
It's not like he doesn't know every single inch of that course.
Yeah,
He's put his dick in most of it.
Yeah.
He aerated that entire field the last time they resodded.
Goddamn right he did.
And then left an angry voicemail when it threatened to go public.
That was Alec Baldwin talking to his daughter, actually.
Yeah, Ireland was her name.
You're a filthy little pig.
Yeah, I loved it. What are the chances he could possibly pull off a victory?
0. He's not going to win.
No. Does he make the cut?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think he's going
Sucks to say.
I think he's going to try to play, and I think he's going to shoot like. I don't know. It's hard to doubt him though after 2019, like actually winning the fucking Masters.
Yeah, but he just broke his
He
leg.
broke
like
his
a
leg
year
in like
ago.
18 places.
like last year.
Yeah.
Like he almost lost his leg. He almost died.
I was
died.
telling Dan on the car ride here this morning. I was like, man, all your favorite athletes almost get their leg amputated. Mackenzie Milton, Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you.
Well, it is. I almost lost my leg.
Are you a big Alex
I
Smith
broke my
fan?
tibia and fibia, and
Oh, you did too?
It poked
I
out his-
Kevin Wared my leg.
Shit.
Yeah, summer going into sophomore year of high school.
God damn it.
That they
man.
actually set my leg wrong. So if you look at my foot, it's on like a 135-degree angle.
You're like Daniel Day-Lewis.
I got a
My
club
left
foot.
Do you really?
You should sue them.
The doctors?
Yeah.
I think it's too late at this point.
No, there's
Yeah,
no
it's
statute of
silly.
limitations on medical malpractice.
There was a golfer over the weekend on Sports Center when they do that My Wish segment.
Wish
Yeah.
for you.
Who's the guy that's always picked to win? John Rahm.
John Rahm has
He's got a club foot.
Yeah,
Yes. So you guys are onesie twos?
He's also got a fucking dump truck on him.
He does.
I'll say it.
Does he have a nice ass?
Yeah.
representation matters.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, me and Rahm.
It really does.
Club foot.
Dump trucks.
truck ass.
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it! If Tiger plays,
That's why I
dude, how
ride
do
for
you,
Rahm so hard.
how do you miss that?
Dan Kardashian.
Are we gonna have to make a fucking last second jaunt to the Masters?
He's
here if
70
Tiger
to
plays?
1.
Tiger is?
Yeah.
Are you putting him anywhere in your picks this week?
No.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be mad if he's in the mix, you know?
But is that going to make the bottom of your card? Because you always make a nice title card.
Yeah, he's not on the card.
Not even like $10.
I already made the card. He's not on it. And since it is a major, we're going to up the ante.
Okay.
Where we have $1,000 budget each week. We're going to go $2,000 this week.
Woo.
We're also down the last 2 weeks, so we gotta make up for that.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You just gotta
Chase
double
it.
down. Yeah,
Just
Chase it, dude. You got to chase that dragon, dude.
Snedeker really fucked us.
Yeah. Not making the top 10.
Yeah, he
On
was
one putt.
One
he
putt.
was literally
Two
winning
foot.
the tournament going into Sunday, and then was the only player that didn't make a birdie all day.
Yeah.
And then he had a chance to make a birdie on 18 at like a 7-footer. Wasn't even close.
He also missed a 2-footer.
Then he missed the 2-footer after I had I also had Snedeker in top 20 in like real life, just because my actual bookie didn't allow a Snedeker top 10, only a top 20.
Why?
He doesn't offer odds past like 10-1 on like top 10s or top 20s for some reason.
For you.
For me, personally. So that's why you should always,
bet on my bookie. Yeah, dude. That's fucking hilarious.
So
I knew it. I fucking knew that guy was going to be like, hey, dude, you can't keep winning all this money in golf. Like,
right, so he's
off.
like, you can only get Snedeker at plus 650 to top 20. So I took that, and I made some money on Snedeker. But he almost didn't top 20 because he missed that 2-footer.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. That's funny. All right, I'm looking forward to it. This is my favorite major of the year in golf. This and probably the British Open, I'd say.
Have you been?
To the Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah, greatest event of
What's
all
your
time.
favorite thing on the menu?
The Masters?
Yeah.
Egg sandwich. That egg sandwich is legit, and I don't trust anybody else to really make a good egg sandwich.
Yeah.
Other than my mom and my wife. That's it. But the Masters has done it.
What about
was
the,
this like an egg salad, or was this like a scrambled eggs on toast?
No, it's egg salad. It's like an egg salad
It's
sandwich.
the South, man. It's mayonnaise.
It's an uncooked egg.
Fucking awesome, dude. Yeah.
And
Do you have
stuffed inside a French roll.
any of the peach ice cream sandwiches?
No, I didn't have any of those actually.
They're not there this year.
Really?
The supply chain has made it so the peach ice cream sandwiches will not be available.
Are you
at the Masters
fucking
this year.
kidding?
Yeah,
Well,
That's funny.
thanks,
They better
Obama.
refund some tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
people are going to be tossing those tickets. I'm not a big ice cream guy, so I'm not the one to ask for that.
I
I'm
would
not a big
assume-
sweets guy.
I'm not either, but like time and a place, right? Like
Yeah,
that sounds
100%.
like a peach ice cream sandwich sounds delicious.
It's like a mid julep.
Humid
And
day.
especially there, I was going to say humid day at the Masters, but
Yeah, definitely what
you're
you
walking
want
all
during a
those
humid
hills?
day is a handheld ice cream sandwich. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's going to get everywhere.
So sticky.
We've got some friends. Nick and Ashley are actually going to the Masters this year. They said the weather's going to be about
Supposed to be a little
65.
cooler, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
I'll eat an ice
I would
cream
kill
sandwich
to
then.
be in that weather. When we went, it was hot, but it was still the greatest event of all time.
Now, do you still
It's
have to
hot.
be white to go there?
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish, yeah. They still have the Gestapo level security and just a subtle hint of racism. But
Oh, the little weird cards they pass
subtle.
out with the words you can't say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Baba Booey was
they
on
lock
there
up
for a
your
long
phone
time.
too. You're not allowed to have your phone out.
Can't take your phone.
And what Dan is saying is true. So there was a list of words that you can't
Yeah.
scream out, and Baba Booey was
It
on
was,
there.
not anymore, but
Get in
when-
the hole. You can't scream get in the hole, I think.
anything from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
you're
Can't
not
scream
allowed
out?
to say,
Okay.
yeah. No
It-
profanity, anything like that, obviously.
To be fair, though, they do also have Condoleezza Rice in a glass box to kind of like make up for that because they're like, here's our
That's right.
She
She's
is.
a member now.
You mean the woman that
double duty.
did her undergrad at Stanford and then
Yeah.
went to law school? and-
Yeah.
Also,
Became the
big
goddamn-
player in the college football playoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's one of the judges, right?
To be fair,
She was.
Condoleezza Rice to Augusta is Suge Knight, basically.
Yeah, they have no concept
Yeah.
of what a black person is in
Right.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still disappointed Phil's not playing.
Like they check her purse twice.
Same.
Look, Suge Knight is a very successful bussman and entrepreneur.
They should
I will
check-
not have you slander Suge Knight's name.
He's still
on
in
this
jail
podcast.
right now, by the way,
They-
so he can't come after
They
him.
should probably check Phil Mickelson's pockets if he ever comes back, right? Like that dude, he's probably a suicide bomber at this point.
Where is Phil Mickelson?
He's hiding with Will Smith in Saudi Arabia.
has to be, right?
I actually just assumed he got pulled into a back room in a Saudi embassy somewhere, and
It's like,
that's-
hey,
Chopped up?
don't say that.
Yeah.
But not that politely.
Because he
Right.
can't go there now, so he couldn't be hiding out there now. Where is Phil? Where the fuck is Phil Mickelson? Have you heard?
No.
Probably,
he's not playing the Masters.
he's
No.
probably trying to spend one of the $800 million he has.
He seems cash poor right now.
You always say people are fucking cash poor.
I think he is cash poor.
Well, maybe
he
he
is
is.
acting like a man who is cash poor.
He's a pretty big gambler, isn't he?
He's a huge gambler.
Yeah, but I think if you're at
He
like
makes a lot of bad decisions.
if you're at net worth 800 some million and then Saudis call you and be like 200 more million to do this, it's like, a billion.
He sold his private
He's an
jet that he
idiot, so-
loved. He treated his jet like it was his son.
he
Upkeeping a jet
really
is hard.
did. Yeah, yes, the upkeep is hard, and
That's a
and
crew.
it's expensive. So maybe he is cash poor.
I think he is.
You know what they say about owning a jet, don't you?
What's up?
The best and worst days of owning a jet.
Yeah.
The day you get it and the day you
Day
sell
it.
Yeah,
That's a boat.
A private
Rob.
jet? Yeah, it's a boat, Rob.
That's-
Yeah,
It's a
that's what he
PJ,
was
bro.
going for.
It's
Yeah.
a fucking PJ.
The best day
I
of getting a
respect the
PJ is
bit.
knowing that you could buy a freaking PJ.
Yeah, exactly. Does he fly commercial now?
There's no way Phil's flying
No, he
Southwest.
probably just rinsed
No,
the PJ.
dude.
He just rinsed the PJ.
I think it's
out.
Emirates Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, Air, he flies that. If he does fly Southwest, he's Vince Younging it.
He's
for
probably
sure.
net jets in it.
Maybe.
It's like $15,000 a month for the membership, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's like $1,500 for flights usually, something like that.
No shit.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Okay. All right. We have that out of there's got to be out of
There's
Austin,
one here at
right?
Austin Bergstrom, yeah.
Okay.
But the odds are pretty crazy. Some of the guys that are favored, like I just like it makes sense, but like seeing Spieth at 10-1 is still insane because he hasn't like necessarily played that well this year.
But
No.
that happens a lot. Dudes that fucking suck out loud all year show up to the Masters and fucking destroy it
Yeah,
all the time.
Spieth always plays well at the Masters, but still, 10-1 he shouldn't be a favorite.
No, who is it? John Rahm?
It's wrong, yeah.
God damn it. He hasn't won this year.
Rahm is jacketless, correct? He hasn't won the Masters?
Currently jacketless.
Yeah.
I mean,
Has no jacket.
what's the cut? He looks like he's probably like a 46 regular or something like that, but it's like you have to almost have a tuxedo style in the back to cover up that giant dump truck ass. of his.
Dude, the Masters dinner this year is going to be fire, though. You got Hideki.
Is he? Well, he got hurt, so I bet on Hideki last week.
Well, he withdrew so he could play he gets to the
What a
Masters
fucking!
earlier.
He said he had a neck injury, so is that not real?
Doctor said
Probably
he needed
fake,
a backiotomy.
yeah. But he had to get ready for the Masters dinner. He's going to serve a bunch of sushi. It's going to be awesome.
Is
Little
it sushi?
hibachi. Yeah, he's going to have like pretty much everything Japan.
All right, now I'm in.
I don't
Good
think
dinner.
No,
they don't allow that
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it is. You get to do
you
winner.
get to do whatever you want?
The winner
Yeah.
from the year before gets to pick the dinner.
to a fucking point.
No,
Did
Like,
you
do
literally
remember when Tiger?
Spieth brought in like Texas barbecue and
Yeah. Do you remember when Tiger
Yeah,
won?
Texas barbecue made by white people.
Yeah.
yeah. The Masters didn't allow black people in their club until like 1993.
So
Oh,
when,
no,
when,
no,
when
'cause-
they did, so when Tiger won, he asked for fried chicken and collard greens.
Just to be funny?
No,
Oh,
he
because he
didn't. He
wanted
didn't
it?
ask for that.
Well,
That was a Sergio joke that he made.
No. So Fuzzy Zeller said he got all pissed off and he was like, "This is fucking bullshit. We're having fried chicken and collard greens at the goddamn Masters dinner and everything else." And there was a rant and he was on Oprah and they played the fucking rant on Oprah. That pretty much canceled Fuzzy Zeller. Do you remember that? That Fuzzy Zeller rant?
Maybe that rings a bell. But I remember last.
It was after 97 because this is the 25th
okay.
anniversary. Yeah.
The Tiger Woods dinner that he just had in 2020.
No, this was in
right.
97.
But I'm
yeah.
saying he
In
had
2020 was
sushi and
tempura shrimp, spicy tuna, avocado, eel sauce,
burritos, right?
burritos.
He had like fajitas and shit.
Guacamole.
It was like a weird.
Burritos.
It was like a
Prime
weird mix of seafood and like.
No, that's
Tex-Mex.
great. That's great because if you don't want sushi, you'll want a burrito. It's an easy mix of onesie
You're
choosy
starting to go into the
No,
old school
no.
Jared Taylor, the sushi burrito.
So-
which
The sushi
is a
burritos are
place.
good. They're
In
good.
98.
Where?
In 98.
They have a lot of them.
I know they do. But where is a good sushi burrito? I'm asking genuinely.
I had
LA,
honestly
San
the
Diego.
last time I had a sushi burrito was from like Whole Foods. Yeah.
98 cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, French fries, and milkshakes.
Right.
That was
2002, he had a
porterhouse steak.
and
So was it
chicken.
just Fuzzy Zeller?
Being a racist,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
being
Fuzzy Zeller being a
racist.
piece
Like
of
you,
shit.
well as you and Fuzzy Zeller, because you just did the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, because Sergio also
No, but that was the rant. I mean,
made something like
Yeah,
that.
because he was a piece of shit.
In 2006, it was stuffed jalapeno and quesadilla appetizers with salsa and guacamole, green salad, steak fajitas, chicken fajitas, Mexican rice, refried beans, apple pie, and ice cream for dessert.
Man, so he's just been going with fajitas a couple times here.
Yeah.
Look, it's an easy go-to.
By the way,
Finger
Phil
food.
Mickelson is such a piece of shit. This is the most white man thing ever in 2011. Some seafood paella and manchego topped filet mignon. Like, ugh. It sounds good, but also
when VJ Singh did it, our one in 2001, it was all fucking Indian food. So I guess they're allowing non-white people to do stuff.
My
now.
favorite was when like teams would come to the White House during the Trump era, and Trump would just serve fast food.
Yeah, McDonald's.
It was the
not
best.
fast food. McDonald's.
McDonald's. It
It's
was
a
the best.
national
Well,
champions.
he did all of it. So he got
Yeah,
like
he had KFC.
KFC, Burger King,
But that's all
Pizza
the same.
Huts.
All the Burger King's a different company.
He had
but-
pizzas, everything. I thought that was the best college tradition ever. They did it because of, what was it, COVID, I think, initially? Or no?
No,
No,
that's
because
No,
it's
it
got
wasn't.
ass like McDonald's.
Yeah. There was some fucking...
It's like Trump is like Jack Donaghy. He owns like an Arby's franchise
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. But I think that's rad. That's all college kids wanted. And they interviewed. It was the Clemson kids that got to go.
Right.
And they were like, it was the fucking best. Here's that Fuzzy Zeller.
I'm sorry,
thing.
I've got to come back on you on the white man shit.
What did Bubba do?
Bubba Watson in 2013, traditional Caesar salad, then grilled chicken breast with a side of green beans, mashed potatoes, corn, macaroni, and cheese, and then
That sounds
and,
awful.
And cornbread, and then dessert of confetti cake with vanilla ice cream.
Sounds amazing.
That's the whitest.
infuriating.
That is
Yeah,
the
I'd be
whitest
so
shit.
mad.
that
at
is
Bubba.
Oh my God, that is a fancy Midwestern dinner.
What's
That is
wrong
awful.
with a nice
Grilled chicken?
Caesar salad?
Watson won again in 2015. Exact same fucking menu. What a cunt.
Yeah, what a dickhead.
I hope he gets run
Maybe
over
he
by
just
a
eats
golf
the
cart.
same shit every day, like fucking.
Adam Scott did surf and turf on the grill with Moreton Bay lobster, which is really nice.
Little teaser for you. Maybe Adam Scott's in the picks.
Okay.
Main course was Australian Wagyu New York strip and lobster. That's a good one.
Yeah, Adam Scott's a man of culture.
Yeah. Danny
I'm gonna
Danny
pull
Willett
this.
was many cottage pies. Like, dude, you don't even go shepherd's pie. I gotta eat ground beef and not
Gotta
lamb.
eat.
You piece of shit. Come on,
All
man.
right, I'm gonna play this.
Our little boy's driving it well. He's putting well. He's doing everything it takes to win. So you know what you guys do when he gets in here? Pat him on the back, say congratulations, enjoy it, and tell him not to serve fried chicken next year. Got it. All right.
Ah, okay. It was Fuzzy Zeller.
After calling him a little boy.
That's right. Yeah.
Saying when he gets in from winning this, go ahead and
Yeah.
grade him and tell him not to order fried
Yeah.
chicken.
'Cause
That guy's a piece of
This
shit.
was the 97. How many strokes did he win by at the Masters? Didn't he fucking destroy everybody?
97, he destroyed everybody.
He like
Yeah.
18 strokes.
He was like, it was
no,
18 under.
he was
I
not
think, yeah.
beating everybody by 18.
No, he was
got the
18
minus
under, yeah.
It was minus 18. Sorry.
Yeah. But no, there was a tournament where he did win by 18. Was it Pebble? Remember Pebble? I think he set the record. He broke the record and won by 17 or 18 strokes. I mean, it
I
was
don't know if
fucking
anyone's ever
gnarly.
won by 18 strokes.
It was the U.S. Open, right, at Pebble Beach.
I don't think I remember Rory destroyed people by like 10, but
His biggest win was 8 shots at St. Andrews.
St. Andrews? Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He won. No, you're right. He won the 2000 U.S. Open by 15 shots at Pebble Beach.
Good God.
God damn it,
15
dude.
not
shots.
18 though.
How do I know all this shit? Thank you, Giorgio. I deserve that. How do I know all my Tiger Woods history? God damn it, dude. Let's go.
You did watch that doc religiously.
Fuzzy Zeller won
I
the,
liked it.
Yeah, his prime was also when I was like 10.
Yeah, I mean, for me too. You know, I just catch up,
That's like
and
prime
I
sports
care. I care
watching
about the history of the game. But that's me.
30 for 30s.
Fuzzy
you know.
Zeller won the Masters when you were 10 in 1979.
Did he really win the Masters, Fuzzy
Yeah,
Zeller?
so in 1980, I guess
People loved
they
him
just
before
had
this
racism
bullshit.
for dinner.
Oh yeah, dude.
What a fucking cunt.
So that means, by
that's
the way, that
hilarious.
Fuzzy Zeller was at Woods' first dinner. It might have been at Woods' all of Woods'
He was.
dinner.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a champion, you just keep going back, even if you're not playing. Champions.
He had to come out and apologize, obviously, but it's
I wouldn't have.
a bit too
Fuck
late.
him. You got to think, like, nobody's that completely out of it, right? They are completely unaware of where we are culturally.
It was 1997. It was a different time.
No, it was not a
No.
Casual racism was not a thing in
Yeah, it was. 97?
90s in the South?
No.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it was.
Casual
There's no
racism
way.
was a thing until like 2010.
I think we should bring it back.
Yeah, it should be now. We'll see. We'll see. Tonight's going to be fun. Natty's on tonight. Looking forward to it. It's nice being on Central. This fucking game starts at 9:30 on the East Coast tonight.
That's insane.
That's way too fucking. I mean, you're looking at a midnight probably champion.
It's fucking dumb, dude. And
Yeesh.
honestly, it really. How much does the West Coast ever affect sports ratings?
Unless it's two LA teams, never.
Never.
So why cater to
Like, they're going to watch no matter what time it's on.
right? And it's easy for them to watch, and they're used to it. They're used to getting fucked by that. So why try to middle them?
I actually
into it?
loved it.
Same.
As a Braves fan, when I lived in Oakland, as soon as I get home from work, they're on TV.
Yeah.
It was fucking perfect.
Yeah, Monday Night Football was on at 5
Yeah.
o'clock. It was just like
College
shit,
football
let's
kicks
go.
off at like 9 a.m.
Now
Yeah.
that I hated.
No, I like that. Like,
I hated it.
it's fun. As soon as
Coffee
you wake
sports
up,
are
there's
great.
shit on.
Yeah, I love coffee sports.
Couldn't
I got
stand it.
used to watching Premier League soccer all those years, so I was up at like 7 a.m. watching sports anyways.
Watching your F1.
Yeah, not F1. Definitely not that. Andrew Ball, you piece of shit.
They're
Nobody
doing.
watches
Hey,
it.
they're doing a huge F1 event in Vegas.
Drive to Survive.
Yeah. So
only-
they're really pushing. They're,
only
trying,
F-
they're pushing this fucking thing.
The
They're
only,
trying to.
only
Every-
F1 that matters is F1 firearms.
No, every white dude in their 30s loves F1
That
now.
becomes the weird thing that they love. It's a bizarre hobby to enjoy.
It's not enjoyable to watch.
I don't get it because most sports are aspirational. I played sports,
Yep.
so I'm into it because I'm imagining myself on the field doing these things. That's why people get so excited, emotionally invested in it. I cannot imagine myself driving 240 fucking miles per hour
No,
I do like
around a
and
curve
over
in a
and
car
over.
that costs $16 fucking million.
I do like that there's only like 20 drivers and like half of them have no chance.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's
Because
like three
they don't have the
dudes.
money. Their cars aren't good.
Yeah,
enough.
there's 3 dudes that can win any given race.
There's dudes that are driving like legit cars, and then the other guys are driving like
Mopeds
Camrys.
and shit. Yeah.
Put your money on Hamilton every single time,
it's
and
the
you'll
Ferrari.
probably
It's
win.
the Ferrari
Yeah.
team versus actually the Toyota
It's Red
team
Bull
does
versus
pretty well.
Mercedes, and
Yeah.
it's like those are the only two that have a chance.
I'll never get into it. Now, NASCAR is a different story because it's a fucking party around it. So it's like, all right, great. I'll go for the party.
Just seems like a better fan base, a more relatable.
I'd
fan
go to
base.
Monaco.
Yeah.
Right. I'd do the Monaco
that's
race.
true.
I'd do
That's
the
true.
Ironman race.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah,
What
but
about Moscow?
You got to be worried about fucking the dude with the whip hands coming out.
That's true. Whiplash coming out.
Whiplash,
Yeah.
I didn't steal his father's technology though, so I feel like I'll be okay.
That's true. I mean, technically, neither did Tony.
That's true.
It was his father.
I do like that the Saudi Arabia news from last 2 weeks ago or whatever when they got bombed. Saudi Arabia's like pipelines and shit that only broke because there was an F1 race there. It was the only reason they got
Otherwise,
covered.
it doesn't matter.
That's
Yeah.
all there is. Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube. God damn it, dude. We're at the end of the show. Just hammer it, all right? That's all. That's all you need to do. And subscribe to Drinkin' Bros Sports on iTunes, Spotify, wherever. Leave a review. That's all the advertisers care about is the goddamn reviews. Looking forward to tonight's games. Giorgio, when's the next big fight coming up?
This
UFC.
weekend, me and Dan will have a show about that this week. It's a
Okay.
pretty fun card. A few cancellations, but it's really thick. Like all the
Gaslam's
fights
out,
are great.
But yeah, I mean,
As thick as John
Chimaev
Bond's
is
ass.
fighting.
Who's fighting?
Chimaev is fighting Gilbert Burns. That's
Okay.
going to be.
So if you're in the
electric.
know, that's a really good grappler versus a really good grappler. Ross is gonna love it.
Yeah,
Is that
sounds
wrestling?
Yeah, but
horrible.
Chimaev is going to just try to knock him out.
It's just two dudes scissoring each other to the
Yeah.
death.
Me timbers.
I'm sure the over-under is going to be 4.5, right?
Chimaev doesn't really get hit.
No, he hasn't. He's been hit once in all of his UFC fights so far.
And I love a good defensive fighter. Like, it's always a
No,
blast.
it's not defensive. It's you are so overly aggressive that you just overbear another human being.
Okay.
Yeah, he just picked a guy up, walked him around the ring, looked at Dana, and said, "Where's my title?" Threw him on the ground and
Threw him on the ground and then just beat his ass.
So we getting a first-round knockout then, or no?
I mean, Gilbert Burns is a title. Used to be a title contender. Dropped Kamaru Usman.
All right.
So it's
But
a
then
big
you
first
got
test for him
Korean Zombies fighting Volkanovski
for the
Okay.
title.
for the title.
For the title?
And then who's the
Rematch of Sterling's.
That's not even a good fight.
and then Sterling
like-
Yan.
The Korean kid's gonna get the shit kicked out of him.
Korean Zombie? No.
Where is it? Where is the
He's
fight
like
this
he's
weekend?
like plus 5 or plus.
Yeah, he's plus
700 or some
500,
shit.
but he's been in the game for a while. He's going to show up. He's going to at least be respectable. He's not going to get his ass kicked. He's going to lose, but he's not going to get his ass kicked.
Where is it?
I think it's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's in.
No, it's in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the fucking arena in
So
Jacksonville?
the original Gator hater is going to be there.
Yeah.
The arena in Jacksonville is you just have
Vi-
the MMA fight anywhere.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
in a backyard?
It's
That
in
would be the
yeah,
best.
It's in the parking lot of a Bilo. It's at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. I've never heard of that.
I
Great.
have not either.
Yeah, it's only for MMA fights and monster truck rallies.
It's a
Like, that's-
VFW.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's go. And you guys are doing a show on that at the end of the week?
Yeah, we'll do that probably Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, the undercard's really good too. So
Cool. Looking forward to it, kids. For D'Anthony Holloway, Delco, Dan, Hot Bob, Papa Giorgio, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday morning recap. Good morning, everyone.